The first thing we need to do before we start color manipulating for all photos is to have a look at the histogram of that photo, because the histogram tells us where all your color locates. They might be in the highlights or they might be in the shadow part. This is the default setting of Photoshop, but to open histogram you can go to Windows, then you can go to Workplace. That's essential what we're selecting now, but you can change to photography. Then you have a histogram here. I normally just drag it out. The expanded view, so you can have more clear look. Basically, histogram composed by dark parts, which is just black, shadow part, middle tone parts, and the highlights part. We want to avoid taking photos that have a lot of sparks at darks or highlights, because there's just plain black at darks and plain white and highlights. But it doesn't really matter the majority lays on the shadow or middle tones. You might have a mountain more close to the right, or you have a mountain more close to the left. This doesn't really matter. It completely depends on what emotion you want your photo be, and what situation you are shooting. So if majority of pixels of your photo is at the highlight area, which is just white, which means you lost the majority of your photo's information, because you can't change white into other colors. No matter what you do, say like here we change the hue saturation of white, it's just nothing gonna change. Because it's just white, it's plain white, there's no information in that pixels. Same as black. It's just plain black in that pixels. So our photo is composed by millions of different pixels. All these pixels has lots of information, and all these pixels give us the color, the tone of this photo. So if it's plain black, same as plain white, there's nothing you can do, because you lost all the information of that pixel, of that photo you were taking. You can't change black into other color because it's just plain black. There's nothing left in this pixel except black. It's a lot more important that we check our histogram when we actually taking photo, because it's much easier compared with we trying to do a lot of works in the Photoshop later. Because apparently we're gonna lose lots of information when we overexposure, we are underexposure. For all Canon users, it's very simple. You just need to press the ISP button or info button on the back of your camera. But for Nikon users, you have to manually set up your histogram. All different cameras have slightly different setting. You have to check your menus for exact procedure.